that we're live. Hopefully this is all working.
Works for
And
me.
we're streaming. And let's see if it looks like Facebook group is working.
How many platforms are we streaming on currently?
So Facebook, YouTube,
2,
Twitter,
3,
and Twitch. 4.
and Periscope.
Well, Twitter is Periscope, yeah.
So I got to share those on all of my platforms if I may.
Okay.
Let's see how I do that.
And you guys are in for a store for a good show today. Danny was fired up this morning.
Don't. You got to start with the bar real low.
Throwing haymakers already this morning.
Under promise, over deliver.
Well, this isn't the podcast. This is just the pre-show.
Okay.
This is the pre-show. Comment and let us know you're watching.
Yeah, that see this News AF is live and then instantly turn it on.
It's pretty cool.
The real
so I did Twitter and Periscope. I want to do Twitch. I think there's a way on Twitch where I can share your channel to my channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you got to set that up ahead of time though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You want to share channels? You think this shit's going to run smooth? Have you ever been on a computer before?
Yeah, I have.
It's not just plug and play.
I actually forgot. Yeah, I don't know how to share it.
Well, that's
all these buttons up here.
Yeah.
They don't make sense to me on Twitch.
All right. Let's just see. Let's get some comments.
Give us a few comments so we can start.
Yeah, let us know everything is working. Okay.
Yeah. And you're on YouTube too, you said, huh?
Yeah, supposed to be.
Everything.
It's crazy.
Just Jizz Factory and all over, just spreading our load.
No.
Goodwill.
Don't. Okay. All right.
Just spread our good load.
Yeah. Hopefully we're not having a lot of problems like Disney Plus.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Don't go there. Not yet.
Not
yet.
Not yet.
All right. So, all right. Let's see. No. All right. Either we're not getting any comments or I can't see them yet. So
I don't see any. Where are you on YouTube? I don't see you on YouTube either.
It's not on YouTube? Okay.
It might be, but I'm not seeing it, and I'm a subscriber. Let's see. Subscriptions. Oh, no. Oh, there we are. We are there.
Okay. All right. So it's all happening. All right. So we have to just hope that the faithful show up.
Yeah, we are getting. It's working.
Right,
we're just not getting comments here.
Okay. No problem.
Yet Kanye West, he's pulling in tons, dude.
Yeah, you are on YouTube. Okay. All right. I see. I got the comments open over here. Yeah, it's not pulling them into the boneyard. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's just open this up.
Forgive Danny's unsavory comments pre-show. That's just him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I just blamed you for probably my mistakes.
Okay. All right.
Smart.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of November 12th, 2019 here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, that's right. Here we are back again. And as our commenters on YouTube noticed, that's from Shauna, Tyson is upright today.
Yes.
Feeling great.
Upright Tyson is so much better than
you think so?
Prone.
A lot of people really like the vulnerability of the lay down Tyson. And if there's one thing I've learned from being on reality TV, being vulnerable is like the
also
number
you'll
one
get more
thing you
views in the prone position. People don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah,
a little more just like the freeze frame. You think that like, oh, what could happen here?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, a man lying down.
Yeah,
exactly.
Is the cable man going to come in?
Maybe
upright
not.
Tyson is much superior for podcasting. You can't project from lying down.
It's true. You can't. And my back's been feeling a lot better. All I had to do was take 2 Aleve a day and go to the gym a few times. And then, I, we're building a new house and it's going to be done in a month.
Well, that's why your back hurts.
I know, dude, because I'm stressed
stress?
to the max.
You need young blood injections directly into your spine.
Oh, dude, believe me, I've been trying. I've been asking all the little kids at Bergen's preschool if I can get some of their blood.
Yeah.
And then, so I've been dealing with mortgage garbage, and then finally I was like, screw it, I'll just pay cash. Just kidding.
That would have been cool.
That would have been so cool, dude. I have a friend of a friend who just got me a way better rate, a way better deal. And so I'm just like riding high from knowing that I'm just got to break the bad news to this other person that I wasn't really stoked on, that I will no longer be working with them.
Nice.
Okay.
You know what else I'd like to see?
Maybe they're a listener.
They may be. And if that's the case, then let me know so I don't have to make the phone call.
Yeah, just give me a text.
Hey, Tyson.
Next
time you're prone, you're laying down. Can we? I'm going to request a special shot. I hope it never happens, just to be clear. But if it does, can you put the laptop down and kind of have your head on a pillow, like sideways, kind of like we're just like post-coitus
that's what
cuddling?
I did the first time I hurt my back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
when
I just feel like it'd be super intimate.
Yeah, it would be for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Maybe you could vlog that way, Tyson.
Yeah.
I should
a hot
vlog.
dog in that position while vlogging.
Yeah,
You'd be a natural vlogger.
Mm-hmm.
I need to vlog more.
Yeah,
you do.
Hey guys, this is Tyson. Just on my way to get a burrito right now. I'll give you my rating.
Why not, Tyson? I've seen things that are worse than that. And the guys are making like $4,000 a month,
Dude,
just talking about their boring life.
I'm not the demo to make that kind of money as an influencer. We already know that.
Yeah, but any amount, dude, will help that mortgage, that sweet new mortgage you just got.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me. Dude, I'm saving like a couple $100 a month.
Oh, it's awesome. It goes straight to candy and chips.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay. Well, we're
also here with Danny Monday.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to introduce that Danny was so lit on the pre-show.
Oh, dude, he was on fire, supposedly. I got here late.
Yeah.
And he was up all night.
Oh,
do you want me to tell your story?
Yeah. Tell Danny's story.
Yeah, go for it.
He was up all night with the kids. His kid got him up at 2:00. He didn't go back to bed till 4:30. Then he got up, cracked, what did you say, a double girthy Red Bull?
Yeah, a super girth Red Bull.
Super girth Red Bull.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, that's the super girth.
Yeah.
What flavor? Just regular?
Sugar-free, of course.
But the original flavor.
Yeah, which is like it tastes like a Smartie is the way I would describe it.
Yeah, I don't mind regular flavor Red Bull, but I haven't had one for probably 15 years.
It says that it's for athletes and other people.
That's
so
when I was an athlete. That's when I was
qualified.
having it. I drank some when I was an athlete.
Really? A lot of people are drinking Red Bull and then playing sports?
Well, that's how they advertise
esports?
it. Oh, yeah, esports for sure. People are dying all the time from consuming
esports, dude, to keep you awake.
But I can't imagine having a Red Bull and then going on a run. I feel like your
that's what you're
heart would
supposed to do.
explode.
Really? No, it never explodes. It hasn't
exploded on me either. I
Yeah.
one time drank a Coca-Cola when I was super dehydrated in a bike race, and it gave me super energy for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Especially if you take it through the enema form. Get it right into the system.
Yeah, it goes directly to the
enema.
system. It skips all the digestive bullshit it has to get through to hit your rectum. Just goes straight to it.
Absorb right through the walls.
Yep,
Boom.
that's true. That is true. And
I know
here's
it's
a little
true.
survival thing is that if you can get water into your anus, it doesn't have to be cleaned. You won't get a parasite from going in the back end.
I think you're trying to trick me.
I
Tyson.
don't know. I don't know about that one.
That
I
is
am
true.
not endorsing
If you had to, if
dirt
all you had
water
was
enema.
dirty water and there was a way that you could get it in
What
your
about
anus.
seawater?
Yeah.
No,
a
that's
good
still
question.
salty. That's the salt is a problem. But if you had regular dirty water, but you had like a rubber tube apparatus and some type of siphoning mechanism and a pump system, you could pump it into your anus and stay hydrated. This is true. And stay hydrated.
Danny, will you try this and tell us for next week if Tyson is messing with us?
Yeah, next time I'm
Dude,
out
Dude,
and
you
I
could
don't
put
have enough
snowballs.
water.
You can put snowballs up your bum.
No. Probably the work required to melt the snow and then absorb it is not worth whatever small amount. you get.
Hydration.
Yeah.
And then you have to hold it. So what you're supposed to do, this is a survival technique.
Okay.
If you happen to not have anything to clean the water, but you have all the siphoning tools to put water up your bum, you have to get it up there and then hold it there as long as you can before you poop it out.
I once drank really dirty water. I got lost in the desert, and we found a puddle of water.
I love this
and all
story.
we did was scoop it up and then cover the top with a T-shirt to filter out the debris, and then drank it. And
Yeah, that doesn't work.
I'm fine.
Nothing ever happened to you, you think.
Well, there's probably a giant 10-foot worm.
Except for you're like on your 14th family and didn't know it. You're just like, I'm getting married. I was like, again, dude, this is like every other day now with you.
Are you saying that Danny is immortal and has lived many lifetimes?
No, I'm saying that every like 3 weeks, Danny finds a new girl and gets engaged and starts a family, not knowing that he left 17 other families behind.
It's like Memento.
Yeah, like Memento.
But with weeks worth of memory. Okay, maybe. You tell me.
Yeah, and you just don't see the post-it that you write to yourself of don't find a new family. Yeah. Okay, we have a lot of great stories to talk about today. Let's dive in with one which is a very interesting story about the battle of a man who was serving a life sentence, Danny, but he then seemingly died.
Yes, he did die.
Yes. The doctors needed to restart this man's heart 5 times. He must have had an extra girthy Red Bull or 2 that day.
Probably
and
2.
He that they restarted his heart 5 times, and now they were able to resuscitate him and bring him back to life. And this man says, "Hey, I was doing life. I'm out.
Let him out." I
Wait,
think
that's
this is
your
awesome.
opinion?
Oh yeah, dude.
You don't know what he did.
If he's not my next door neighbor,
Mhm.
then let's let this guy out because it's just like so. It's awesome. Like I read this article on my own and I was like, this is great. That's exactly what I would do if I was in his position.
This is actually something that has this dilemma has been around for a while. I was listening to a podcast of executions in the Middle Ages, and oftentimes when a person, it talks about this girl who was supposed to be beheaded, right? And the guy, the executioner, missed her head and she knocked her down, gave her a cut, but the crowd was then demanding that she be let go because they saw it as punishment enough. Like basically, she learned her lesson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was actually something that would occasionally come up when people wouldn't die being hanged, or something would go wrong during an execution. It was like, nah, that's good enough. They've served kind of a life sentence. They've gotten as close to dying as you possibly can.
They got the scare, and they're probably not going to want that again. Like the feeling of just leading up to all of it. Like if this dude was like supposed to be like hit the electric chair or however they do it these days, like in 2 days time, and this happened to him, then I would even be more likely to side with the throngs of people here and be like, yeah, that dude assumed he was going to be killed in a chair.
The problem is this could just lead to more people trying to take drugs of life and death, in order to get out of life sentences. Some of those people we do not want to see out in the world.
Let me give some more background on this case, just so people can have a better picture about it. So the name of the man in this case is Benjamin Schreiber.
Oh, I know.
That he went to jail in 1996 when he was charged with the death of a man named John Dale Terry, who his bludgeoned body was found in Iowa. They accused Schreiber, who was 43. He plotted with the man's girlfriend before clubbing the man to death with the wooden handle of a pickaxe.
Okay, bludgeoned, clubbing, those are the words I don't like to hear. Yeah, premeditated, love triangle.
Yeah, but the interesting thing is he plotted with the girlfriend. Is it possible that he could have been a bad guy and that the girlfriend was like, hey, can you do me a favor?
Still bludgeoning?
Favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, bludgeoning, I don't like hearing the word bludgeon. Sounds messy. Sounds gruesome.
All right.
So no, I think this guy.
There's no heroes in this story.
No, this guy should definitely stay. What he should do is change his ways. If he really got that close to death, he should be like, you know what, I accept my punishment. I'm going to change my ways, get a GED. If he didn't already have one, maybe teach some other prisoners how to improve their life. That's what he should do, but he should not be let free.
Yeah. So, yeah, if he had a death sentence, and then he died and he came back, I think then he would have a case here. But
yeah, and that's kind of what I was talking about.
Sentence. He didn't start a new life. He wasn't like reborn as a baby. He's still having the same life, Tyson.
Yes.
It would be cool if we could transfer people's consciousness into animals, and so you could offer that to people, like you can either serve a life sentence, or we can transfer you into the head of a feral pig in an African country.
Okay, so you are like a believer in almost in this life reincarnation.
So their life sentence ends when their life ends, but they can continue on in another animal.
But I believe, and Tyson, you're probably much more knowledgeable than I am in this area, but yeah. I believe in certain religions that people who believe in reincarnation, that if you are a good person in this lifetime, you'll be reincarnated as something good next time around. And if you are not such a great person, your next time around, you will be reincarnated as something lame or not that good. And that Danny is proposing that we do this I mean, this is very Black Mirror, Danny, that he wants to take people's consciousness. Somebody did a bad thing and then put them into a not so great animal.
Or a robot that services people.
A robot that can't, like you. How?
Well, Danny has written the plot for maybe the darkest Black Mirror episode ever. So you want to take a sex offender and then transfer their consciousness into
I didn't say sex offender. I said
a sex robot. So that they would be violated against their will.
No, they get no. Okay, all right. No. First of all, they get a choice. They can either serve their life in prison, or they can have their consciousness transferred to a robot,
to a state-appointed being.
They don't get to pick what that robot does, but there's really only a handful of robots that do these things, like mining materials on, like Titan,
Galactica,
or servicing people on Mars colonies. But they don't really get to choose, but they can do that. That's an option for them.
But if their consciousness is then trapped into the robot, then wouldn't they have some control of the robot's outputs?
No. I mean, obviously,
they just have to sit there and watch it as the bystander.
Yeah.
So they're just trapped. No one listens to them, and they can just like them watching like a first person.
They're like exactly. They're
documentary nonstop of this robot.
So they're tortured. They're out in the world, but they're tortured because they're living a life they can't control.
But it has to be ironic in the punishment.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Creative sentencing.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So let's say like this guy bludgeoned and so what actually he has to do
is get his consciousness transferred to a teledildonics.
And how it just keeps transferring back on the bludgeoning line of the McDonald's chickens.
So he relives a nightmare over and over and over. I think that would be considered cruel and unusual by the Hague. But that sounds like next level. Tyson just took what I had, which was dark enough, and took it up another level.
Okay, fine. Well, the handle. In case you heard I just got out of prison, so I don't want to take the blade just to spook you.
I've already died once. No big deal.
I want to die again.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably not got a great case, but he made headlines and he was, thinking outside the box, or somebody around him was. And I like that. I think the best thing that he can do, honestly, right now is start a religion based on his near-death experience in the prison cell and become some type of shaman within the prison walls.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Get free cigarettes from other inmates, I
mean, what could be the harm? I mean, once they hear the legend, The story,
Yeah.
they brought him back. He was dead. They resuscitated him 5 times, brought him back.
That's what
Rising from the
he was
dead.
at the pearly
became-
gates. He
yeah,
stood outside his body and watched him resuscitate. Thought about
rising
not
from the
going back
dead would be
in.
a big selling point for a religion.
Yeah.
He thought about not going back in, but saw the demons waiting for him on the other side, so he climbed back into his body, and now he lives his life in prison trying to avoid the demons.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
guy's a genius.
So let's talk about a animal story, not one about a convict having their consciousness transferred to one, but a story that involves the airlines in Russia. That we always like, pets on plane stories. So
Yeah, we do love that.
yeah, Tyson, there was a man in Russia who was trying
Already.
to travel with his cat, but he was told by the airport officials that his cat was too large to ride in the cabin and needed to be put with the luggage.
How big was his cat?
So I believe his cat was 10 kilograms.
Whoa, 22 pounds?
Mhm.
That's still
Nice,
big.
Tyson.
That's still small enough.
No, well, there wasn't allowed in the cabin.
I know, but what I'm saying is you get on board and there's just like 17 German shepherds taking up 7 seats.
And a pony. They're like
and a
ponies
pony.
on
for
planes.
whatever the reason, the rules for the cat was has to be 8 kilograms. That's it,
Okay.
not 10. So
Okay. Sorry, I guess then.
So-
Sorry, buddy.
what this man did was that he was told he couldn't fly with the cat.
Did he shave the
So-
cat or chop off its tail?
No, that's all good ideas. So what
Are
he
they,
ended
though?
up doing was coming in with a smaller cat, and then once he got approved with the smaller cat, he swapped cats. Tyson.
Not bad.
So is there a black market cat swapping operation at most
At the
Russian
airports.
airports?
Yeah, so what you do, and you can do this with bags too. You just do the old swapperoo at the weigh-in
Here's
station.
an idea that doesn't involve cat swapping. Get a garbage bag, put it on your cat, get the cat to run around, shed some water weight, then shave it.
Oh,
and
so
now
you're
down
not
to-
covering its face with the
No,
garbage
no,
bag.
no.
Yeah.
Just like the wrestling technique, right?
Would you do
down
this
to
with your
wrestling
Bengal
weight.
cat?
Oh my gosh, she's so fat.
Put him in
She
a
is.
sauna?
My cat couldn't fly, probably. I wouldn't want to
You
fly
think
with
it's
it.
Not
Anyway.
in Moscow.
Over,
Not in
over-
Russia.
It's
Mhm.
over 22 pounds? Your cat?
No,
No.
it's over. It has to be over. What was it? 8, Rob?
8 kilograms.
Probably.
It can't be over 8
That's
kilograms.
17 or 18 pounds.
Yeah.
Mm.
So everything was going good for the
Mr. Catman.
Yeah, the fat cat swap until he posted a photo, Danny, on
Classic.
of him on the plane with champagne, and that's when the Russian authorities got involved.
It's funny.
Uh-oh.
Russia has so much stuff going on, and yet they're focusing on a fat cat. They don't
Did
like
they-
fat cats.
Did he post it on social media bragging about what he had done? Okay.
Mhm.
Then he's going to
See-
get busted. You could post a picture of you on the and be like, "We're flying now," but at the second you're like, "I beat the airlines." The airlines are always watching us. That's the thing. Like if I
Yeah.
tweet at an airline, they immediately respond back and they're like, "Hey, this is so and so from customer service. Sorry that you hate our airline." And then I'm like, "It's no big deal. I hate all airlines." And then they're like, "Okay, cool. How can we make your trip better?" And I was like, "Stop talking to me. I just wanted to rant on Twitter for a second here and tag you."
I
in
do, the criminal bragging is one of the biggest problems. One of the best things for people who
You
have
think
to enforce
eventually
the rule.
we can eradicate all law enforcement if we
Everyone
can
has
encourage
social media.
if everyone had social media we could.
I mean, was the cat drinking the champagne?
So I guess he posted a picture of him with the cat on social media, and while they did not pull them off of the plane, then the airline authorities got involved, and they, get this, Tyson, stripped him of all of his airline miles.
That's pretty good punishment.
Yeah, how many airline miles did he have?
I don't know. He might have been right close to getting a free ticket. That's the classic move.
That is the
That's a
classic
smart move, dude.
Yeah.
Don't swap your cats.
I always have just enough flight miles to never get a free flight.
Yeah, it feels like that. doesn't it?
Yeah, you're like, oh, I just need 1,000 more.
Yeah.
So now I can give you all my miles plus the original price of the ticket to get the ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Allegedly, according to this article from Yahoo News, many Russians were fuming over the decision, while some saying it amounted to fat shaming, and others were attempting to start a protest flash mob. Danny, do you think that Russian protesters will organize a angry mob to protest the
flash
fat
mob?
cat
They're
shaming?
gonna sing?
Protesting in Russia is definitely frowned upon. I don't think that it's a good idea. However, here's an idea for the airlines. If you see something, say something. So passenger shaming. So you get that guy's airline miles if you point out that he did a cat swap. Yeah, right. Then that would encourage self-policing on all flights.
Tyson, is this an ideal situation? Do we want the citizens narking on one another? I feel like that we talked about this story. Was this in China where if somebody is in debt and then you see them lavishly spending, you're supposed to report it to the government?
That was a story.
And there was a reward.
Yeah, I think
I feel like that's not great.
I mean, religions have been using it for years and years. You get the members of the religion to turn each other in, and then Big Brother ends up looking not so bad. 1984 by George Orwell also touches on that quite a bit. And that's we're already living in that era where you can wear a red sweater on a political debate, ask a question, become famous, and then 2 days later get Ken boned.
The thing is that passenger shaming hasn't reached that level yet, because there's whole sites dedicated to passenger shaming.
Yeah,
you don't see anything being done. In a lot of cases, the passenger shaming is a story about someone who does something disgusting, and then the stewardess just doesn't want to deal with it.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So we haven't reached that point yet.
So what you need to do is there's marshals on a lot of there's supposedly marshals on a lot of planes anyways. Why not just make them the stewardesses?
What is that going to solve?
Well, they have guns.
Oh, so
they can be like,
hey,
stop clipping your toenails on the flight and throwing and eating and smelling your toenails, bro.
That's already, I can see that happening.
Excuse me, sir. Can you get your bare feet off of the headrest of the woman in front of you, please?
Yeah. And then would you get that person's miles if you turn them in, Tyson?
Yeah, you get that person's miles, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's the
then
reward.
You're gonna have to have a whole trial process, because they'll be like, no, they're just trying to get my miles. They know that I'm a multi-million medallion platinum member.
Yeah, first class, it's going to be rough. Can you imagine?
They saw me coming out of the Delta Lounge.
You just have to sit there quiet, not breathing, not doing anything. You can't look at anybody. Don't blow your nose. Don't sneeze. Don't cough.
Oh,
you have to have showered within 30 seconds of boarding the flight. Dude.
Terrifying world. But it's only when you're flying. So I'm all for it. I'm all for this brave new world.
Yeah, I don't fly first class enough to really have to worry about it.
Right. What about a camera on the seat? Would that be an invasion of privacy? I mean, you're in public. Could they, if there was a camera on all the seats, and then if you were doing something outrageous, then
there should be cameras at least in the cabins.
Yeah.
Which I don't even think there is.
I'm not sure.
I believe I saw a story a while ago about some airline, either pilot program with cameras. The problem is you're going to get about 10,000 hours of people picking their nose.
Yeah, but that's fine. All right, look, what are you gonna do with that? But then if people are really outrageous, then then the light turns on the camera, and then and hopefully it won't be like the woman last week where then
we've already talked about this, Rob.
Kids bop Karen. It's not going to make them get crazier, but I think that would be a deterrent from people acting very inappropriately.
So a light turns on, the flashlight, the one that Tyson loves, the shaming light, and then it says, "Sit down and calm down, citizen. You are being recorded."
Yeah,
I guess that would help with a lot of people, but it might also drive some of the more inebriated over the edge. Like, I can't believe you're recording me. And they'll take out their genitals.
Instead of like the air marshal, then maybe people from their seat can sort of like anonymously say like, to put this guy's camera on. Two people have to say it. That's the rule.
Oh, it's like launching a nuke.
It can't just be like one person who's like a prankster.
Yeah, like the pilot and co-pilot each have a key that has to be turned simultaneously, and then they choose.
And then
the
if you
seat.
and
then
if you vote
thumbprint.
to turn the camera on, then your camera gets turned on also.
Okay, I like it. Okay, who do
Okay.
we contact? Tyson, it sounds like you're in constant contact with airlines. Maybe you could
dude,
send out a
nonstop.
tweet.
And I have a check mark by my name, so they always respond. It's so great. American Airlines follows me, Delta follows me, Southwest follows me. They all follow me because I've complained to all of them. And honestly, Twitter is the best way to complain to an airline.
Yeah.
If you can tag them and get have enough of a following where they're like, oh,
Yeah.
they'll respond back. But they don't
That's
do
always
anything.
awesome.
They're
When
just
somebody
like,
you go ahead.
go ahead. They're just like, well, we're following you now. Follow us back and DM us, and then I'll get on and be like, hey, so you guys said an hour late. Now we're on 4 hours. Any updates? They're like, no, we'll let you know as we know. And I was like, well, that will be 5 minutes after I learn from the gate what's going on is when you text me.
Yeah.
And so it's like they never do anything. They're just like, sorry. But they gave me a food credit for the 8-hour wait I had, so that was worth like 30
8 hours.
How much food?
I spent all of it.
Yeah, but how much would they give you? $10?
No, I had my whole family, so I went for those, and they also brought out lunches. So I took all the lunches and threw those in the trash to waste their money.
Good
and
job.
then they were like, if you didn't get a lunch, we have food credits at the desk. So then I went and got food credits too.
Okay.
But they're still in business.
Yeah.
I didn't do enough.
Yeah, it's always a cool look when somebody is complaining about the airlines on social media.
Look, huh?
So it's like,
Well, you have
that
to be
person
funny
is
about it.
Awesome. Yeah.
You have to be funny about it. I'm always like, oh, Hawaii is so beautiful. I can almost see my house from Phoenix Airport. Thanks, American Airlines, for leaving me in this airport for 6 hours. Where if they would have just told me they're going to be 6 hours late, I could have stayed home 6 hours.
Right. But Tyson, let this story be a lesson to you. Maybe not to try those hijinks if you fly in Russia. Just a word of warning.
Oh,
because you don't know what they'll do to you.
Yeah, but I'm verified on Twitter, so I can probably just.
I don't think they care, and they're trying to create their own insulated internet in Russia, so that's not even going to matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I normally don't like the complaining look on Twitter, but I do use it for airline stuff once in a while because I found it's the only way to get in touch with them.
All right. Well, we're talking about flights and animals and everything in between. So here's the story that combines the two. So at the San Francisco International Airport, Tyson.
Okay.
Look, there's a lot of stress at the airport. San Francisco International Airport is doing something about it.
Good.
Introducing Lilu, the world's first airport pig, to help ease travelers' anxieties at the San Francisco airport.
I love it. You have one more line you have to wait in because you have to pet the pig before you're allowed to carry on.
I see a pig in an airport. My anxiety level is now through the
You're going to get more anxious.
This is making me so. Why is there a pig here? Gross. Where does it poop? How does it control its poop? What is it?
Danny, wait until you see this pig. Maybe you won't be.
I have seen a picture of this pig. There's no way that is calming me down. I'm like, dude,
I've seen this with puppies before. I've seen people walking around like calming puppies. Okay, I like it. I don't know that I would dump a bunch of cash into like circulating these pigs around the country in various airports.
People less anxious. Now he's not on the plane with you. He's just, I guess, roaming around the airport with a pilot.
Supposed to be anxious at an airport.
That does not make me any less anxious.
Do you know?
I don't want to see animals indoors.
The whole experience at the airport is designed to make you as anxious as possible, so that when you finally get on your flight and sit in your chair, you're just relieved with all of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it was the opposite way, and they were like,
"Thank God I'm out of the airport."
Yeah, exactly. I'm in this tube that's maybe sitting here for 6 hours, but I don't even care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did it the other way, where it was like just a super pleasant time, and like TSA was all like trained in like how to, communicate with people properly and stuff, then you'd not want to leave the airport. And you wouldn't be anxious until you got on the plane.
So it's therapy in that it's raising the stress level at the airport to an almost untenable amount. And so when you do sit on that crappy, tiny, small seat, you're like, oh, this is so much better than all those pigs and TSA agents and just the whole vibe.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
Danny, what
They
they
should
haven't
paint airports blood red. Just
Why?
to up it, just to
That's a stress
Make it
heighten
color.
work.
the tension a little bit more.
Danny, what they haven't announced yet is that actually Lilu the pig, the consciousness of a convicted felon was actually transferred into him, and this is part of his cruel and unusual
But he
punishment.
hates physical contact.
Yes. So,
Well, he chose the right animal if he wants to avoid personal contact. He was going up and petting a pig. Like,
this
seriously.
person,
Who's like, I know in the pictures there's people around the pig. Like, I get going up. I would never pet a puppy, but I can understand why you'd want to.
Mhm.
But a pig, no, thank you. Get that thing away from me. It's out of control. Animals belong outside. Every single animal.
not this
belongs
animal.
outside.
It's a trained airport official. Danny.
Trained. It's an animal. You don't train it. That's the biggest joke
How-
of all. Is we
How
consider
did he get
animals
a
trained.
hat?
Oh, the hat makes it okay. Oh, look, it's wearing human
Yeah.
clothes, so it must have some of the aspects of a human personality. No, that is a pig that doesn't know what the hell is going on, that we've dressed up and brought inside.
Oh, he knows. He's got a human conscience
Yes.
inside.
Danny,
well-
the other thing that maybe you might not be aware of is that Lilu the pig plays a piano also, like yourself, is a
Is that
musician.
true?
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. Oh, really?
Okay.
Is it playing Chopin? What is it? What song is it playing?
Danny, get on board with the pig, bro.
I will never get on board with the pig. If a pig is on the plane, can I have a different plane, please?
Here's the thing. If I am usually at the airport with my family,
Yeah.
and my daughters would both love to see this pig.
I would be stressing out. I'd be like, get away from the pig, kids. Get away.
He's going to bite you.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw a puppy bite a 6-month-old baby's face a week and a half ago
Where at?
at a playground, and it's like both.
That's awesome.
people are like,
$17 million lawsuit.
I'm like, people just think that these animals that they first of all, the animal doesn't know its own name. That annoys me to
I
no
think
end.
this one does, Danny.
No, we're giving pigs, dogs, all these animals who are just being animals too much credit. We
Yeah.
project human personalities onto them, but they're just animals. And that animal in the airport, my kids are gonna want to go touch it, and that's gonna stress me out.
And we got to go wash hands.
I gotta wash hands.
Yeah.
I gotta tell them to stay away from the pig. And now I'm sweating. Okay,
Yeah.
now my clothes are sweaty. I'm
You're
embarrassed to
smelling
raise
like a
my
pig.
arms. I'm starting to smell like a
Sweating
pig.
like a pig. Yeah.
When I get
Yeah.
on the plane, I'll be like, "Oh, the sanctuary." I
Yeah,
finally
exactly. That's
nirvana.
what I'm
Sanctuary.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Nirvana. I've reached maximum nirvana that I've ever known.
Lilu the pig, she can raise her hoof in a greeting. She likes
Oh.
to take selfies, and she can play a tune on her toy piano,
How
Danny.
do they know she likes to take selfies? Have they communicated with the pig? Have they
Well,
attached
she
some
doesn't
kind
seem to be mauling the passengers who were doing it. So at least
Oh,
she
so-
tolerates selfies.
of? Yeah, she tolerates selfies because she's not biting people when they take a selfie. That somehow is her communicating that she likes selfies.
Tyson, is there any other livestock we could get in the airport to make people happy?
What about those fainting sheep?
Well, actually,
lambs?
Tyson,
To
according
stress
to,
people out or to make them
well,
happy.
yeah, according to your theory, you say the opposite. You say they
Get some
shouldn't
bulls in there.
Yeah,
Like
you want some sort of like Jumanji nightmare
Yeah,
tape in the airport
exactly.
with wild
I
animals.
don't want
that
that.
terrify
I think
people. Like,
that's what they're
let
going
us in
for.
the plane. Let
I
us in
don't
the
want
plane."
that. That's what they're going for.
You think when the plane lands, everybody's gonna be like, "Do we have to get off yet? Can we
No,
stay here?"
no, because getting off, there's none of it. That's the other thing is that you can exit in a timely manner because you don't have to deal with any of that. Like getting out of the airport is like one of the most relaxing things you can do in an airport scenario.
Yeah. And Danny, by the way, as for the accidents, they say that there have not been any issues. The animals, including Lilu, are trained.
This is my favorite line by pet
Mhm.
owners. Right before their dog bites somebody, they're like, "Oh, don't worry. He's a nice dog. He's never bit anybody." It's like a classic animal pet owner's line. Like, "Oh, no, this is a good pig. It's never bit anybody or knocked any babies down." And then, bam. Oh, my gosh, it's never done
Yeah.
that before.
All right. any of our listeners who are traveling through the San Francisco International Airport, please take a selfie with Lilu the pig and send it to Danny on
Hey, you know
Twitter.
who's going to go through San Francisco Airport probably is
Who?
Tyson's nemesis, Christoph, because that's where he works out of.
Oh,
So
Christoph can get a selfie.
he could get us a selfie with this pig. By the way, Tyson, he said that he's been catching up on some episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stoking the anti-Christoph fires.
Christoph is pissed off.
Yeah.
Christoph is pissed off at me, and he works for an airline. So now airports are going to be even more anxious.
That'd
for
be
me.
awesome if he's pulling the strings like a puppet master.
Yeah.
Make
I
Tyson's life
get
miserable.
maximum checked every time, everywhere I go. It's like nonstop harassment
You're on
at
a
the
list.
airport.
Yeah.
I
I'll
can't get into lounges anymore or anything, and I'm like,
I'll
what's
text
going
him though
on?
and see if we can, he can probably get us a selfie or at least a video of this.
Or at
pig.
least get the scoop on Lilu the pig. If this is all PR, he's like, I know, I've worked with the pig.
Get
the pig is a
to
nightmare.
attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pig's not friendly at all. It's actually
The
man,
pig's
that's the
taking
best thing we
6
do is
fingers
get-
this week.
Get the pig to attack you. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Right.
Get the pig to
Okay.
attack you.
All right, well,
Oh.
let's counterbalance this with a story that might be more to Danny's liking. There's one community in New Jersey in Ocean County that are reporting that this Thanksgiving, the turkeys are striking back. Wild turkeys have been terrorizing one neighborhood, Danny.
How do they define terrorizing? Like, what are they doing? Are they just pooping everywhere? Are they chasing people down
So-
and pecking them to death?
There's a gang of wild
A
turkeys, about 40 to 60 of them, and they are taking over sections of one city in Tom's River, Ocean County. And they're saying that while the turkeys were once extinct, they've made a resurgence. I don't know how
the
you
meaning
could do
of
extinct.
extinct.
So they've really made a comeback. There's a Twitter video. I'm not sure if we can hear them. Maybe let's see. What does an angry turkey collection
That's a
sound
lot
like?
of turkeys. That sounds like a bunch of horny turkeys.
So
You
they
think they're
seem
horny?
aggressive.
How do you know what a horny turkey sounds like?
Well, I've hunted turkeys, or at least been around when people have, and there's a call you can do, and a horny turkey will respond back instantly.
And
Yeah.
like do one of your impressions of a horny turkey.
I'm not going to do horny turkey sounds, but a couple things. Have they attacked anybody? Because
Yes,
Oh, okay.
they're
All right.
aggressive gaggle of wild turkeys. Do you want to hear the news report?
I do.
Okay.
This should be
Wild
interesting.
turkeys are running amok at an over 55 community in Ocean County.
Yeah, residents say these turkeys in a large flock
Is the phrase running amok ever used besides on like local news reports?
Also, why was it necessary to point out that it was an over 55
Well,
community? I
That's
didn't know
where
that-
it was, Danny.
I know, but it's just kind of weird. Over 55 community? Are we creating neighborhoods by age now?
Yes, that's
Okay.
a big thing. Retirement communities, people.
It
People
didn't
go
say
there.
retirement community. It just said over 55, and people retire at 55 in this economy.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
are blocking doorways, pecking at cars, and behaving aggressively. News 12 New Jersey's Alex Sedan with a story from Tom's River tonight.
The turkeys are taking over. It's like an infestation.
Let's talk turkey.
I can't get out of my door. Sometimes I can't get out of my car. They go to attack you.
About a problem that's putting the Tom in Tom's River. Tom turkey, that is. Just in time for Thanksgiving, an aggressive gaggle of 40 to 60 wild turkeys is terrorizing a 55 and older community in Holiday City.
All right. I know how to solve this problem.
Tell
We
me.
need to recruit Lilu the pig to come
Yeah.
in and scare away the turkeys.
She's a turkey wrangler. You know what? The news
Fly her
is,
in.
the news is so weird.
Get the piano.
Can I just throw that out there? The news is weird. Meaning that like news people, the language that newscasters use is just it's a different type of language.
How so, Danny?
Like you said, running amok, stuff like that. It's just the jokes they tell. Who's writing
Yeah.
this material? It's not the writers for SNL.
Well, if the writers for SNL,
It'd be hilarious if we enjoy it.
yeah, but what I'm saying is I think the bretters at SNL get paid a premium to write jokes on.
These are college kids.
I do think in the news industry, especially like if you're writing the copy
catering to
for
old people,
News
too.
12 New Jersey, I think that's not necessarily a super high paid
Do you think that
position.
the government has already found a way to put criminals' minds into turkeys? And what we're seeing here is
they got the
orgy,
gang back together.
turkey orgy.
Yeah, well, that's what they do at night. And then in the morning, you just got horny turkeys wandering around.
Just waiting for nighttime again.
I love how
It's
this lady is being held prisoner in her own home by turkeys. Like, couldn't you go out with like a broom and keep them away?
Hold on a second. That I know that we always like to look at these things with a inquisitive eye. Tyson, is this possible? Was this story planted by Big Thanksgiving to when people are saying like, oh, like we kill so many turkeys and things like it's a real turkey slaughter this month, and then they're like, okay, we got to plant a story out there to make turkeys seem like they're not so innocent. They got too good a reputation.
So we could justify killing millions of them.
Right.
Turkey side. I think that turkeys, I have heard stories of turkeys being aggressive, right? And usually it's in places. They'll nip at you. I actually see lots of turkeys when I'm out running. And I can tell you right now that they're never aggressive. I've never had them chase me. I chase them and they try and fly and they do that weird gliding thing.
These people are saying these turkeys bite, Danny.
That is crazy. Well, do we have footage of a turkey actually biting someone?
I don't think we have any footage of that, but they're saying that they bite, and they one resident, Cindy LaJoy, compared the birds to scary dogs.
Well, I'd be way more. Dogs have been known to kill people. I've never heard of a group of turkeys killing someone. I'd be more afraid of a dog. Well, of turkey death by turkey.
Yeah. Danny, how would you rather go? To be mauled by turkeys or bludgeoned with an axe handle?
Or what? You're not giving me the pig option.
Well, the pig didn't kill anybody.
Pigs. Yeah, but in movies they always talk about feeding you to pigs. Okay, I would rather. I feel like the guy hits me in the head with a axe handle, I'm out, right? The turkeys are going to peck me. They're going to go straight for the eye juice, which is the most delicious part of your body. So that's going to hurt. And you're still alive. Now you can't see. You can't defend yourself. And they're probably just pecking the softest. So groin area is getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, they're right at that height.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just that it's not a good way to go because you're alive through most of it. And they're also pecking on the most sensitive parts like your tongue, groin, inner ear, eyeballs. It would seriously be a terrible way to go.
There's a lot of turkey stuff. CBS Local.
Turkey
it's
stuffing.
Wild turkey mating season. What to do if you're attacked.
See,
Birds
I told you.
Gone wild. Resurgent turkeys spar with human neighbors.
Yeah.
And here's directly from Google. Wild turkeys that become accustomed to humans and human-associated foods like birdseed are likely to lose their fear of people and can cause damage or attempt to dominate people. Is that what happened to you, Danny? Did you get attempted to be dominated?
Did I get dominated by a turkey?
Yeah.
Or a pig? Or any
Did he mount you into submission?
No, because the turkeys here aren't fed birdseed, so they're not high on birdseed all the time.
Okay. All right. So keep an eye out. Be safe out there this Thanksgiving, everybody. A new study, Tyson, reveals that over half of American adults hide candy in their homes. Would you agree? Does that sound right to you?
Well, I'm not hiding candy.
Not yet, because your kids aren't looking for it.
Well, that means that maybe somebody else in my household is.
Yeah. Well, as we're talking adults, you think that Rachel is hiding candy.
That very well could be. I'm going to have to look around.
I hide it in my car.
Yeah. So 59% of Americans reported that they've hidden candy at some point in their lives.
In their lives? Yeah, of course I've hidden candy.
Yeah, every kid after Halloween hides his candy.
No, this is adults, Danny.
Yeah, but you said in their lives.
Well, we're talking about as an adult. They're
in
saying
their adult lives?
Yeah, 52% of people have hidden candy from their significant other, and then 51% have said that they have hidden from their children.
I'm sure that I've never hidden candy from my significant other.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really hide it from my kids. I just put it out of the way so that they can't get at
That's
it.
hiding it, Tyson.
Is
That's
it?
hiding.
They know it's there. They're aware of it.
Oh, they can't get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, and is it hiding to candy from your significant other if you just put it on a higher shelf than they can reach?
That's
not
true.
hiding
So
it.
that's what you do, Rob. You go to your pantry and put all your stash up high.
Well, really, even the top shelf in the freezer, she can't see that high.
Nicole's like, "What do you have up there?" And you're like, "Oh, there's nothing." Even
That's
up
a
there,
good move,
ice cubes.
Rob, because then there's plausible deniability. Were you hiding this from me? No, it's out in the
No.
open. I didn't know you couldn't see it. I don't know
Yeah.
your perspective.
Sorry, I've never been this tall as you, except for for the few weeks in junior high class before I passed that point.
Oh, what is the number one hiding spot for candy?
The top part of the toilet in a waterproof container.
the water holder based in place of the toilet.
Yeah.
Probably the freezer, like you said, Rob. The freezer sounds like a good spot for me.
Freezer.
We don't really hide ours. We just put ours in the pantry. Closets.
You can put it in the garbage disposal.
Did I get it? A closet.
Was it a closet?
Their closet. The closet is there. Yeah.
That bell was jarring. I did not expect it.
Sorry about that.
That's the Family Feud bell.
Oh.
Yeah. High cabinet or dresser are the number two answer.
I hide mine in the back of a drawer sometimes.
A drawer?
Yeah, like the drawer is filled with boring stuff like papers and pencils. You put it in the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wasn't saying that was on the list. A really good hiding place wouldn't be on this list.
Yeah. Okay. Some people submitted their best Halloween hiding spots. Somebody said, I have a book with a hollowed out compartment that sits on a bookshelf among the other real books. What a waste of the hollowed out book, Tyson.
That's where you put your gold, your weapons, jewelry.
Snickers.
Well, you can buy those safes now that fasten into the wall and look like they're just a vent. So that could be an option too. A safe.
Safe is up there.
No, safe is really there. People are putting their candy in safes.
A safe in the home office. Somebody put it in a non-functional hallway light covering. Danny, how bad are you hiding the candy from the FBI?
Some people might be afraid that the government's coming for your sugar. I mean, especially in like New York City. They might be like, dude, any minute now they're going to pass a law that bans
I just heard
sugar.
Bloomberg is going to get in the race.
Yeah.
There was a time when I would have to have candy hidden from me like that.
Yeah, you hide it from yourself.
No, I wouldn't hide it from myself. I would never buy it because if I bought it, I would eat it all and I would hunt the house and look for more to eat.
Yeah.
But I have become I have much more willpower and I take pleasure in my kids having candy because they seem to love it even more than I do.
Yeah,
things have gotten desperate if people started keistering their candy.
No, go back to the water.
Yeah. So you're going to now filter water through your butt and keister candy, but not at the same time.
Yeah, you can't do it at the same time. That's way too dangerous. But it's a really good hiding place, obviously.
Right. So
obviously, like the extra large now and later's the hardest, most jaggedy candy.
Oh, dude, those are don't ever
the
buy
giant
those.
now and later.
You were just asking for a visit to the dentist's office because you will pull out a filling.
Well,
that is Rachel's favorite candy.
Yeah. Now and later.
The extra large ones. They make a big one that's like the size of like a Reese's peanut butter.
I don't even know what a
cup
now and
package.
later looks like.
Is it what I think it is, Tyson? Is it the really hard taffy like candy?
Yeah, it looks like a Starburst, but it's like 17 times harder,
more dense,
14 times more dense.
Boy, the long-lasting chew they call it.
Yeah. Oh, it lasts, and they are.
Dude, it pulls out teeth.
So brutally tart.
Yeah, I have
you
pulled out.
Start chewing it now, and you're still chewing it later. Yep. So, all right, Danny, have you signed up for Disney Plus?
Oh, We talked about this. Are you ready for the Tyson? Let's listen to Tyson's experience before.
Yeah, what's your experience with Disney Plus?
I paid 3 years in advance for 50% off of the monthly bill.
3 years in advance.
Oh wow!
So I paid
You are a
$150 for
Mhm.
3 years of Disney Plus.
How do you know they'll even be around?
Well, they probably will be out of business. I was like, they probably will be out of business tomorrow, and this was their whole scheme.
I
That'd be
can't
so
believe-
awesome.
I can't believe you paid for 3 years in advance.
But I can cancel at any time, and they'll refund me.
Sure. Yeah,
But-
that's the lie.
But they will charge me the full monthly price before the refund
For that month.
Yeah,
That's how
for
they get
all
you.
the months, you've used.
Okay.
So if I use like a few months and then cancel it, they'll charge me the $18 for the 3 months and give me the rest back. So
Okay.
I can still do it. But I got on this morning because it just barely got released.
What'd you watch?
Puppy Pals with Marlo.
Yeah, but isn't Puppy Pals already on stuff? Like,
Yeah, it's already on stuff, but I just turned it on to see if it
Puppy
worked. But I
Pals.
did try Doc McStuffins first, and that did not work.
Oh, I feel like you guys are going for like that.
Well, the way
that's, yeah,
Well, I didn't
that's
have a
like
lot of
the-
time this morning because I had to get Bergen to preschool and stuff.
Mhm.
So we're going to watch more tonight. Hopefully, we're going to watch.
The way they advertised it, I thought the only show that was going to be on it was The Mandalorian. It
Mhm.
was just going to be like you paid monthly to watch that.
No,
Because
they
it-
have a bunch of originals, and they're going to have
I know
more
they have a
originals
bunch.
coming
I've
out.
seen a lot of celebrities out on the red carpets promoting their Disney.
Jeff
Plus.
Goldblum has a talk show.
Yeah,
on there.
that's so bizarre to me. I was like looking at like what is on Disney Plus? Oh, The World According to Jeff Goldblum. How fast did they run out of ideas?
Look, do you know how much
Well-
Apple spent on that newscaster
The
show?
morning show.
Yeah.
Do you know how much they spent though? $300 million
On
for
one show.
on that one show.
for 2 seasons.
Dude, they're like, what are we gonna do with all this money we've
They don't know
taken
what
off
to
of
do with it.
suckers?
Yeah.
Oh, let's just throw it at these 3 actors and have them make a subpar show that could have
Mhm.
been made on any other network.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
$300 million.
quarter of the price.
Mm,
It's getting. First of all, this is my problem.
yeah.
We're going to get to a point where
Yes.
we go to our bank accounts at the end of the month and we're like, oh, I have no money. And then we'll go to look at, all the things that have transpired on our bank account. And we're
All
like,
the streaming
these
services.
are all small purchases. This is $5.99, $15.99. Then you see your phone subscriptions and you're going to be like, you're getting sucked dry $5.99 at a time.
Yeah, it's true. No,
It is
that
so
is 100%
true. And you don't know
true.
how to cancel them. I had someone send me an email said, oh, your subscription's coming up. Would you like to cancel? Log in here. I logged in there. They had no record of me being a member. So
Hmm.
there's no way to cancel. I just,
I can tell you how to cancel.
I emailed them. And also my credit card expired. So joke's on
Nice.
them.
Yeah, you just call your credit card and they'll block that transaction from.
Credit cards
in the future.
expiring is a good thing because that's like dying when you're on because you're on death row.
You got a
or
life
your
sentence for Disney Plus. Yeah.
It's like your card dies, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm reborn with every
Mhm.
new credit card because all these subscription services collapse in on themselves.
Yeah.
And you at first you're annoyed because you're like can't log on to anything and everything's canceled, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm free. And you
Yeah.
run outside, and you haven't been outside in weeks.
and then you
Like,
run back
I-
in and log into Netflix
Yeah.
and plug in your new credit
Your
card
new card.
immediately.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. How you gonna watch Darkwing Duck, Danny?
Oh my gosh, there's so much content out there. You could spend the rest of your life on all 50 of these stupid streaming channels and not
Mhm.
even get through 10% of it because they are coming out with so much stuff and they cancel every show. Every what is it? No, very few shows on Netflix ever make it past 3 seasons. Doesn't matter if they're
Right.
good; they just get canceled because they're
Mhm.
So you're saying now that the new thing is not everyone's going to have their 15 minutes of fame, but everybody's going to have their own show
3
on
seasons
Netflix
of a
for
Netflix
3
show.
yeah,
seasons.
3 seasons on a Netflix show. That's what you get on a Netflix show.
They just go down the celebrity line.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy because you're
Uh,
like, this isn't a bad show, right? You're like, this is entertaining.
Yeah, it's fine.
Second season, gone. Third season, if you're lucky. Boom, gone.
Mm.
Oh, it's just like Apple came out with their stupid thing, which, by the way, I have all Apple in my house, but I hate Apple more than Apple makes me hate myself. It's
Hmm.
like, why am I sucked into this system? It's like I'm part of a cult. I know I shouldn't be. I know better. And yeah, I don't have the balls to escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a coward.
But I don't
I'm
know
a
anybody
coward.
that has the Apple. What is it? Is it Apple streaming?
Plus?
Apple, yeah.
Yeah, everybody who bought a new iPhone
Yeah, they made it
11 gets it for
mandatory.
free.
They're like,
You
here,
get it for free.
Well, no, you
To get
it
a
for
year
free
of it
But
one
what
for
month.
else is on it besides the morning show with Jeff?
There's like a knockoff of Game of Thrones called Seas that's supposed to be pretty terrible.
Seas?
Yeah,
Like SEAS,
I think so, or maybe it's SEES.
like
Here's
the
the
candy.
problem.
Yes.
Remember Tyson's joke that he did for like a year? The first taste is always free. That's
Mhm.
like the subscription streaming service mantra. Like the first month is always free. And then after that, good luck canceling. We have all your information. You're locked in. You are now ours.
Yeah.
For
It's
life.
like first taste is free.
Yeah.
Come to Disney Channel, buy 3 years in advance, say $5 every month. Good luck getting out of your contract. Your
Yeah.
children will be paying this off.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
having a lot of technical difficulties this morning, and people are up in arms.
Oh, and let me say something about that while I'm complaining.
Yeah,
The best thing about a technical difficulty, if you're
Yes.
Disney, and this is how they've spun it, we didn't know everybody wants it so bad that it crashed because everybody wants it. It's like you spin your inability to set this up correctly as a good thing because there's so much demand for your awesome new streaming channel. That
I
you
knew it was
just
going to
couldn't keep up.
crash. It's like unless they did like a beta rollout with like 1 million people to just check it, they were going to have these issues to start with anyways.
No, Tyson, this is because the demand was so high and everybody loves it so much. It just couldn't serve everybody.
yeah. Do you think they baked this in, Danny, that they want it
totally.
to crash the first day? Like, oh, too many people are on it.
I seriously think that it is obviously it's in the corporate world's playbook that if you have technical difficulties, you just blame it on the fact that everybody wants it so much it couldn't handle the traffic.
Okay. All right. Before we get to the other thing that people can't handle, get enough of, Danny's Bolt Hole. Let me just take a moment and thank our sponsor. Those are our friends over at betonline.ag who sponsor the Podcast One Sportsnet Challenge. And I am competing against the Podcast One hosts for a $5,000 prize. If somebody's going to get it. It's looking less likely that it's going to be me. I've got to make up about 9 games somehow in these next couple of weeks. So second place is maybe within reason, but we'll see. It hasn't gone well. I've hit a cold streak here these last couple of weeks. So many upsets in the NFL. What are you going to do? But that's look. Maybe you have better luck picking these games if you head on over to betonline.ag, the podcast, the partner of the Podcast One Sportsnet Challenge. Of course, NFL, college football, NBA action are all heating up this week with lots of games you're not going to want to miss out on. Visit our good friends and exclusive partner, Podcast One, betonline.ag, to take advantage of the best bonuses in the business. Sign up for a free account. It's not going to crash, Danny. Make sure that you use the promo code Podcast One for a 50% sign-up bonus. Of course, tons of stuff going on. See if the Jets are going to stay hot this week. Visit betonline.ag. Don't forget that promo code Podcast One for your 50% sign-up bonus. BetOnline.ag, your online sports book experts. All right, here we go. Let's see what if Danny has anything left here, or if he used all of his stories. Let's see.
All of his Red Bull.
Let's see.
I am on Disney Plus right now. What should I watch?
Welcome to my
Darkwing Duck.
Okay.
I think you're gonna
Is it working?
like it.
Is there a new Darkwing Duck or the old one?
No, it's the old one.
You belong. A nocturnal emission.
The song is
Okay.
very relaxing, actually.
They should play that in the airport.
They really should. I actually feel a lot better after listening to that,
Yeah.
Tyson.
Do you think that they could get the pig to play it on the piano?
Why not get Tyson? Why not get the real thing?
Darkwing Duck's working.
Okay.
And I have the option to skip intro so I can watch even more.
Why would you skip the intro?
Well, you'd watch it the first time, but then you'd skip it after that so you could just absorb more content quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and then you put it on you put it on 2.7 speed.
Yeah, well, you guys know when we podcast, I'm usually watching 2 or 3 separate
You can't
shows
put it on
at 2
2.7
times
speed. Judd Apatow's not going to allow that.
Yeah, but is he associated with Disney?
I don't know. Well, he's going to be up in arms if they tried to do that.
He's got his fingers in so many pies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now it's time to calm down. We've just listened to the most relaxing song on the internet,
Yep.
as far as I'm concerned.
And
I'm soothed. I was gonna rage on this story, but now I think I'm just gonna tell it as it is.
Okay.
There's a video game out there, and normally I like video games, especially the ones where you're like shooting people and blowing stuff up.
is that one of these?
It's not. This might come as a surprise, but this is a video game where it's called airplane mode, and you just sit on an airplane for 6 hours as
As a passenger?
a passenger.
Let me see.
Is that true?
That's as reported by Gizmodo.
Mhm.
So
and
it's called
other
airplane
places.
mode, and it's just that's the only way this is going to work is if they can send TSA agents to your house to give you a full cavity search.
So Tyson,
And then-
they do offer things similar to that. So you sit next to the window and you can look out the window, and they show satellite imagery of your journey. So as you're flying,
I like
there's children crying, there's snacks, meals, there's passengers, there's flight crew moving around, there's unreliable Wi-Fi, turbulence, changing weather, and even delays, which are randomized. So it feels so authentic. You got a little TV in front of you on the seat in front of you. You're watching.
So this has to
Merry
be like with
Melodies,
goggles
Channel
on your
7.
face, right? Like a virtual reality.
If you really want to immerse yourself. Yeah,
Well, what's the
probably
point,
should do
Danny?
something.
Maybe you
They
don't have enough
claim
money
it's so
to
you can
travel.
relax. Yeah, you're like, oh, I want to have the traveling experience. I think I read somewhere once that like less than 1% of the world's population has been on a plane, and so maybe this is for them.
We're the
I think-
1%.
Yeah, we're the 1%. It says it's to relax, but I can't think of an environment where I feel less relaxed than on an airplane. Especially if there's a pig sitting next to me. Or
Yeah, I don't, is the pig on the game?
I hear that's going to be an update in 2.0.
It's an in-app purchase, I think.
Yeah, it's an in-app purchase.
You have to upgrade.
Yeah, upgrade. You purchase your
First
own therapy animal. You could pick between a pony, a pig, and a puppy. The triple Ps. Anyways,
And small cats.
you're gonna have
Kittens.
to wait till 2020 to download it. Unfortunately, if you were hoping to get
Yeah, I
it for
can bring.
Christmas.
This is the trailer for the game of what it looks like. So you're
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 gonna play
looking
it?
at the.
Or you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play
Oh.
the audio.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're sitting there, and you look at the back of the seat,
So
and
fun.
then what do you do if you win? You just get
don't
there.
win.
There's no
Yeah.
winning and losing. Everybody wins and everybody loses.
They claim that that's what makes it so relaxing, unlike a lot of video games where you end up screaming at the TV and chucking your controller, like the author of this article
Oh,
says.
look at this dream scenario that you're the only person in the row.
In a row, yeah, I know.
Why
it
don't
is
they-
fantasy still.
They should
Yeah.
put you in first class if they're going to do that.
You're not fighting with somebody for the armrest.
Tyson, first class is a paid upgrade.
Is that true?
Mm.
Probably. Yeah, right? Why wouldn't
Well,
you?
well, I
paid
think
up.
that first class would make it more optimal. Like
There
imagine,
are two people in this row. In this dream scenario,
Mhm.
in this fantasy.
So this must have happened right after 9/11 when
Yeah. I
all
wonder if
flights
you-
were empty.
I wonder if it's available, if the option to buy a seatbelt extender for your fat cat is going to be put into this.
Yeah.
Now they double book all the flights by like quadruple the amount of people. Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're like,
screensaver.
sir, would you for an extra $40 in
Yeah.
a food
For
voucher? would you be
$40 a
interested-
food voucher, but you're in charge of your own hotel.
No, would you
wanna-
be interested in sharing a seat with this man who will spider you?
You have to
Here's the
share
extra
a
seat. Here's the spider seat belt.
Yeah.
That's where we're going, is that they're going to offer you a little bit to share a seat. They're like, we've done the calculations and you two are just wide enough to share a seat.
Mhm.
You guys are ideal spider partners, and for a food voucher, would you be
sit
willing to
cross Chrissy?
spider with this
Yeah.
man? This
Oh, I know what
stranger?
spidering is.
Yeah, you did or did not?
I do.
Yeah, I do it on. You used to do it on swing sets.
Yeah, I
remember.
didn't, but a lot of girls in my elementary school did.
Well,
Yeah,
now
that
you'll
was
be able
more
to
of a-
do it with
Now I'll
people on
be
your
able to
next Spirit
experience it.
Airlines flight.
Definitely.
Okay.
So
All right.
anyway, if you need to relax after this heavy news AF,
Yeah, Danny,
there's
will
a
you
ton of
play airplane mode on Twitch and then let allow people to watch you play that
Dude,
game?
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
The first airplane mode Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea, Rob. That
It
is
is
so
a
good.
good idea.
Gold.
Guys, the drink card is coming. I'm gonna get. What should I get? Ginger ale or cranberry juice?
Always
Coke.
ginger ale. Always ginger ale.
Always
it
ginger
settles the
ale?
stomach.
Ginger ale is a go-to
What-
on an airplane. I
What
like
what
that.
should I get? The chips or pretzels?
Pretzels.
Get the
pretzels or
pretzels.
peanuts. You
Yeah,
can ask for
always
both
pretzels.
too, but that's
Okay.
like you're gonna get a scowl.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
how about
and Rob,
this?
don't be
Like the
afraid
whole
to ask for
can.
the can.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm serious. When this game comes out, should we let's get on? Let's Twitch stream our
All
6 hour.
three of- Yeah, we should. Can we do that?
Can we all get on the
Yeah.
same flight? Is that an option? I hope
think
it
so.
is.
Well, I don't think it's multiplayer. I don't think you could be on a flight with with everybody.
I would love to be on a flight. All three of us
Yeah, it's
experiencing
not like
our-
World of
Yeah.
Warcraft on the plane.
Do we still have an intern somewhere that can contact the
Eh.
developer and see if they can have all three of us on the same
Well,
flight?
the position is open if somebody wants it.
Okay, I'm excited. This is going to be the best Twitch ever.
Okay.
It will be.
Best
I'm
stream
excited
ever.
about it too.
All right, Danny, how did you last through the whole podcast?
I'm
on the Red
crashing.
Bull?
I need to go take a nap.
Or
Yeah.
get another Red Bull and you stat.
If I do, a red girthy bowl, then I'll probably go back up. But then my heart will have mad palpitations later in the day.
Yeah,
like
but that'll
it'll
be-
feel like
that's
I'm
good for
I'm
it.
dying.
That's good.
Well,
for
it's
it.
exciting that
Yeah.
feeling of like death is near
Yeah.
Mhm.
when your heart's going crazy. So yeah, probably I'll have to double girth it.
Okay. Get that double girth.
Okay, and Tyson, will you be watching the Disney Plus on your own while
Yes.
Bergen's at school?
I'm gonna
Also,
go watch
Tyson-
it all right now.
Yeah.
Last week you said you were going to preload
Wow.
the reviews. Did you do that?
Nope. But I'm gonna load them up right now.
You're too dizzy.
Everybody's trying to get on
load Disney.
Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. It's too Our podcast
too
particularly
popular.
is too popular.
Yeah,
It's crashing.
It's slowing us down.
newsaf.news.
Yeah. I updating library. Beep boop boop beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep.
Oh, you got dial up?
Spinning, spinning,
Are you
spinning.
faxing?
I've given
Mhm.
up. I'll
Really?
preload it.
You
Oh,
gave up.
man. See, Apple sucks. You're
It's still
probably
spinning.
Yeah, Apple sucks,
Okay.
especially their software.
What about their
All right.
hardware?
All right, we'll work
That's
on
kinda
it.
cool.
We'll work on it next week and get
Have
your-
Apple fax you the reviews, Tyson.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
heard
gonna have them fax to me.
Faxing is the sexiest form of communication.
It does make sense in this time.
It is.
and age.
Mhm. Yeah.
I am
Here.
going to preload them right now after
Okay.
we're done with this.
All right,
right.
so here, let me here. I've got a couple real quick.
Okay.
All right. Better than Kids Bop from Drew. I tried to rate this podcast 19 eggplants, but that must not be a feature yet. Rob, who is famously terrified of a fictional clown that most children find funny and harmless, and renowned teledictonics enthusiast Tyson. I thought Danny was the teledictonics expert.
Well,
me.
that's the thing. This guy's obviously a solid listener because
Yeah.
he knows that Tyson's more into it than I am.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do a terrific job covering the most serious and important news each week. One of Tyson's friends is also on the show. The podcast is guaranteed to get your systems activated. We also have.
I think it's safe
several
to say that
reviews.
Danny's both of our friends now.
Now,
Yes.
not yet. Yeah.
I'm trying to count how many eggplant emoji this is. This might be like about 17 eggplant emoji from Baseball 247.
Good.
Dear Danny, 5 stars by Big Popcorn. I think got 19 eggplant emoji. And then we have one listener, Tiago 2255, gives Danny 5 eggplants.
Okay.
Gives Tyson about 14 eggplants.
That sounds
Ooh.
right.
And then I got all 19 eggplants and a peach emoji.
Damn
I
it.
think that sounds right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do put more work into this than us, Rob.
Okay. So lots of great reviews. One more. I recommend listening to this podcast at 0.75 speed so you can hear Rob's angelic voice in all its natural glory. It's really the only way to appreciate the inspiring art that the producer originally intended. Also, if you watch the live show, it looks like Danny and Tyson are from the Depression era and are their kids and Danny's beloved cat can get their fill.
All those
Because of
reviews
the-
were great.
Are we from the Depression era because of all the stuff behind us? And you have like a cool modern look?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Newsaf.news if you want to leave us a review in Apple Podcasts. 433 5-star ratings. Okay.
Love it.
All right. All right. Well, great job today. Very fun episode of News AF. Thanks so much to Scott St. Pierre putting this all together. Tyson, Danny, anything else?
No, I need a nap.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Yes.
We had a new listener ask me if I said we did it, guys, at the end of each podcast, or if that was a pre-recorded thing I did one time, because I nail it so hard every time we do it. I do that every single episode. That is new. We did it, guys.
Okay. All right. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back next Tuesday with more News AF.
We did it, guys.
Okay.